Hi, I'm making this video to work through the usage of this text slider that you can see here in the middle of the screen. Now, the text slider is not really a text slider. It is in fact called an article title slider, as you can see there. So what we'll be going through is we'll be looking at how does it work, and looking at how it's configured, and then see how it can be customized to show our own text, and then we'll explore it a little bit further to see how else it could be done through using multiple articles to do this. Right, so how does it work? Now, you can simply see that it is basically just a line, a little application that creates a line on the web page and scrolls the text from left to right. Now, I'm going to scroll this up a little bit more so it's better in the view. So if you look at these things, you will notice that at the moment what is scrolling across the screen is the titles of these articles. It is set up to show you the titles of these articles here. The first one would be, let me refresh it, that'll give you a better overview. So there it starts. The first one is updating the sponsors page. That's the title of this article. The second one is insert an image into an article. That's the second title on this page. The third one is uploading images to the article or to the gallery, and there it is, articles to the images to the gallery. Then how to resize an image, practice article 2, practice article 2. Although you can even see that that last one was expired. And then last but not least, you have overview of administration responsibilities and tasks, which is the one there. And then it starts again, updating the sponsors page title. So so it will just circulate through these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 articles here. Now it is 6 because I made it to be 6. So if we look at the configuration of how this application works, we go to the back end, and I will have to find the little module that does the work for us, which is that content marquee. Opening the configuration page for it, and you can see it is set up in such a way that it looks at a specific category. So we've got the category help is where all the help articles, administration help articles will go into, and so it only looks at that category and it will display that. Of course, you can add more categories, you can take categories out. If you click in the box, you will see you can use the news, you can use the gallery, you can use reports, etc. At the moment I used help, and this specifies how many article titles will be circulated, which will be 6 in this specific case. It can be any number, of course. And then it says, should featured articles be shown? Yes, show it, but featured articles are basically shown only on the front page, so that may show as well. Actually, that specific one we can really hide because it is not useful for the purpose that we want to use this scroller for. Right, and then it will you can decide whether it should be how it should be ordered. So the recently added first, the article that is recently added will be first in the line, and any author's articles can be used, and that would be the break between the article titles will be displayed with those three little squiggles that I've got in there. So just going back, and that is what I'm talking about, those three little squiggles there. Is that there? This would be the static text in the beginning of the line to show stop press. That is the static text, right? And then all you have is the colors of that marquee that we are using. The background color for the marquee, the static text color, which is white, and the static text background color, which, if you look at that, that's the static text color is white, the background color is the sort of burgundy color, and then this is the background color used for the marquee itself. Right, you'll also notice that if the mouse cursor goes over it, it stops. Every title highlights when you hover over it. That means it is linked. If I would click on that link there, we will be taken into the article, and that is the article overview of the administration's responsibilities and tasks, which is what I've clicked on. Of course, if we go back and we click on admin help, it'll start all over again, and we are back where we are. But every time you click on something, you will, or you change a page, or you refresh a page, this whole marquee will start all over again. That's just the way it works. Right, going back to the back there. Now, this is not the only stuff that can be changed. Here you can see we can decide on which menus to show this as well, and there you can see it is shown on the admin help menu at the moment. Also, we can have a look at the movement options. It'll move from the right of the screen to the left of the screen. You can of course change that from left to right as well, so it'll go from this end over to that end. Right, at the moment it comes in this end and it scrolls over there. The speed is 20,000. Now this is counted in sort of milliseconds, so you can change the speed that it goes across the screen. You can make it faster or you can make it slower. Here you can decide whether it should pause on hover. In other words, if the mouse cursor hovers over the thing, it pauses the string. Now that's useful because if people can't read very fast, or they want to make sure they read correctly, then you can simply move the mouse over there and it'll stop so they can read. Right, and that is basically all you can do. This and that doesn't say a lot. This is the most important parts of it. Of course, you can publish the thing or you can unpublish it. If you unpublish it, it won't show at all. Where we are at the moment, these configurations can of course only be done by the super administrator, so it is something that from the front end you can't do. So the way it is set, you can't change the speed, you can't change any of those things, you can't change the colors. You're going to have to ask the super administrator or the webmaster to change those colors for you. Right, so that is the overview of how this thing really works. So to just summarize, it is really a text or a title, article title scroller. So it will only take the article titles and it'll scroll that across the screen. The only way to, of course, change that is to create an article and give it a title saying precisely what it is that you want to say to people in your text scroller. How do you do that? Right. I have prepared that. All I'm going to do is I've created a new menu which I want to just publish, because at the moment you can see it doesn't show. So I'm just going to change that quickly. I'm in the wrong place. I'm going to go to the menu, scroll right down, and there you can see I created another menu item called text scroller. It is unpublished at the moment. If I click on that button, I will publish it. So if I go back to the front end and I click on admin help, just to refresh the page, you will see that there is a new menu item that appeared. Right, so looking at this again, the text slider is configured the way it's configured. It can only show article titles. But how can we use that to show our own text? That is going to be the question that we need to answer at the moment. So if we go to the text scroller menu item or page, you will find that you can create an article. This of course won't be seen by the public. This is only seen by the administrator, the same way the administrator can see the admin domain, and this line is only privy to the administrator of this website. So in here you can, of course, I have created a text, an article with text. The text that I've got in the article looks like that. This is the body. Okay, let me edit this so it is clearer what has been done. There you can see the article, and you can see the title is filled in, and there's the text. What I did is I created this text the exact way I wanted to look on the scroller. This is just one line of text. There's no break there. This is one continuous line of text. So this is what I want the scroller to look like, and all I did is I selected all that. I pressed Control, held it in, pressed C, which will copy it onto the clipboard. I then press in there. I'm just going to delete that. I pressed on there and clicked in there, and I pressed Control, held it in, pressed the V key on the keyboard, and that copies the whole message in there, as you can see. Right, and then all I did is I saved the message, and it means I now have a string of text which I put into an article, and I made the title of the article, I made the same as that string of text, because we know only the article will show in that line. Now all we have to do is we have to configure it so that that line picks up this article and not the article that it had. For that I will have to go to the back end of the website. I will again have to go into the module that we use to do this. I go to the module, open it, and I need to change the configuration, which is a simple thing. This, of course, you must remember, can only be done by the super administrator. So all I want to do is I want to add the text scroller category, because the text scroller category puts articles on the text scroller page. Right. At the same time, I want to remove that one so that I've only got the article on the text scroller there. I then save the configuration, go to the front page, click on text scroller, and let's see what happens. Now you will find that the exact same message that I put into the body of this article, which I then copied into the title for this article, is exactly the message that will now show in that text scroller line. So this way you can put your own text into this article. Now you will, something to notice, in the configuration you can see that this would now be the beginning, or the little squiggles is configured to be there to show between the different articles, and that can be removed, of course, if you just simply want to scroll through this whole thing like that. And this is how you can change it to put in the text there. Right, of course, if you don't like to put in such a long piece of text, because if you want to remove that piece of information out here, you're going to have to edit this thing, take that out, put other stuff in, etc., etc., and you will always have to put your newest messages in front if you want that to come up first, and yes, you have to think about this a lot. The other thing you can do, of course, with this text scroller is, rather than having only that one line of text in there, you can create multiple articles and give each article its own title, and it'll simply pick up those titles and display them. So all you have to do is you have to create new articles. So you can, for instance, create a new article, and you can give it a name. This is a new article, just simply that. Okay, and you can give it your 5 dots if you want to, and you can give it, if you want to stick to a certain convention, you can give it all that stuff, and that's all you really need to do. You don't have to give it a body text at all. You simply create an article, you give it a name, and you link it to the text scroller category. You save it, and the moment you've done that, your text scroller will pick it up. Now let's see what happens. And you will notice that your latest article will be put in front of your text. So all you have to do is you have to create a new article, and it'll pick up the text for that category automatically, and it'll add to the others. Now the beauty of this is, if you decide that you want to have only 5 articles to scroll through, your latest 5 articles to scroll through, it will automatically discard the older article. So if your first article later on becomes the 6th article or the 7th article, then that will automatically fall off this scrolling text. So you don't have to worry about how long do you want to put the text on this marquee. It'll automatically fall off, and of course later on you can clear out your articles that you know is not in use. You can also trash an article. If there's only 3 articles, it'll only show the 3 titles. And this is basically how I think it should be introduced, by using the text scroller category and creating the articles in that category and on that page will all show in this text scroller. If this is agreeable, then of course we can later on also agree on which one of these pages this marquee must appear. At the moment you will notice that it is not on the home page because it is only set up to show on the admin help page and on the text scroller page, but it can of course be changed to show anywhere on any of those pages, and that's a decision we're going to have to make. Okay, so that is all for this video. I hope I conveyed the message that I wanted to convey, and we should just simply make a decision now how we're going to go forward, and then I'll change the configuration and we finalize it. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.